Welcome and congratulations. You know, everything happens in the universe has a reason behind it. The fact that the universe has brought you to this site is a clear enough signal that if you want, you can choose to start a journey of life of abundance, irrespective of the phase of your life. Whatever the phase of your life is now, you can start enjoying and having a life of abundance. For example, if you are a student, you could achieve excellence in studies. You could have a great global academic qualification. If you are a professional, you can have a great job with authority, power, fame, and great income. If you are a businessman, the law of universe can bring in great volume of business to a level which is unimaginable by you. And the same way, whoever you are, you can have great relationship, you can have great spiritual strength, you can have great wealth, health, and you can have satisfaction, and you can have happiness and peace. Now that the universe has brought you to this site, don't ever miss this opportunity to learn the secret of life we are revealing in this program, and also the techniques we are offering through our program called Creating Awareness for Life Mastery. With this information and the techniques, you can scale great height of your choice in every aspect of your life. You could ask a question, what is the connection between my visiting your site and the universe? We are integral part of the universe. You know, the secret number one is the universe develops itself through us and as us. In other words, universe develops through you and as you. Now your question could be, why should the universe develop itself through us and as us instead of universe developing itself? The answer is, an important thing that you need to understand. For the development of the universe, we human beings have the infinite power within us. And it is with that power, we have a great opportunity to scale any height of our choice in any aspect of your life. And the universe role in this is to get us everything what we want, because universe develop itself through us and as us. The power to develop ourselves is bestowed in us by the Supreme Being, which is infinite. With that infinite power, we can do anything, we can achieve anything. The moment you aspire high in your life, for any aspect of your life, the universe right then, which is awaiting outside your door, shifts itself and bring people, circumstances and situations to you so that you can achieve whatever you want. Now, in the process of your achieving what you want, the universe also develops itself. That is the connection between the human being and the universe. And that is the reason I felt that you have been directed to visit this site for a reason. And if you do not ignore, you will fully understand the secret of life being revealed in this program, and you will stand to benefit in a very big way. Okay, let's see the connections between the universe and the power within that I am repeating and the purpose of our life. These three are interconnected. Let us look at what is the purpose of human form of life. To have a freer, fuller, greater and expanded experience in life, and in the process adding value to others and by extension to the universe, is the purpose of human form of life. Looking at this purpose, can we have a reflection as to how many people are really able to achieve this purpose? We are granted with three resources by the Supreme Power so that we could achieve the purpose of our life. And these resources are common across to the entire human race. There is no discrimination whatsoever between people. Now let us look at those three resources. Number one, this is the power within that we have. This is the infinite power that I am talking about. The infinite power with which we can achieve anything we want in our life. And number two, 12 basic laws of universe which govern our life. And it is these laws of universe which are awaiting outside our door to see whether we aspire high, and the moment the universe hears our attention as our intention, it shifts itself and brings three things to us so that we achieve our aspiration. What are those three things? Number one, the people necessary to achieve our dream. Number two, the circumstances essential. And number three, the events. So this is the second part of the resource we have. Now the third one is 7 days a week and 24 hours a day. This is the vital resource we have. Now can anyone say that somebody is having more time in a day and more days in a week because of that person is very highly placed? Or somebody is having less time and less number of days a week? Everybody has 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, irrespective of how big you are or how low you are. And this is a great resource that we have. And is the law of universe is discriminating between rich people and poor people? No. Similarly, the power bestowed on us by the Supreme Power is the same to everyone. Nobody gets more, nobody gets less. There is no discrimination by the Supreme Power. One may be high in different aspects and one may be low in different aspects, but the Supreme Power does not discriminate in terms of giving the power to us. So, when all human beings have the same power and all human beings are supported by 12 basic laws of universe in pursuit of their life, and when all human beings have 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, now what is the difference? What is the difference that makes the difference between the people in quality of life is a question that we need to ponder. Because today what we see in the world, there is a lot of contradiction. There are rich people, there are poor people. So, when all of us have been granted with the same power, how come there is a huge difference in the quality of life between people? How come there is a huge contradiction? How come a few people in the universe have scaled great height in their life and made great contributions to the universe and gone on history with fame and power? How come only a 10% of the people in the world have amassed wealth of 90% of the world's resources? How come vast majority of the people are living in limitations and scarcity with numerous negative emotions such as unhappiness, dejection, frustration, misery? How come if you take a classroom, a few children achieving excellence in their studies while majority of them are scrapping through? How come a few students achieve global education while majority of the students are not able to do it? How come a few staff in an organization scale great height in terms of their authority, in terms of their status, in terms of their position, in terms of their compensation, while majority of the staff are having an experience of disgruntlement, frustration, unhappiness, and dejection? How come a few business people go on national and international, why others are having trouble to keep their business? How come some people are highly knowledgeable, having very high level of spiritual strength, why majority of us are having least spiritual strength? So we need to ponder what is the difference that makes the difference in the quality of life between the people. Fine, I can hear many of you thinking in terms of family background, upbringing, socio-economic status of the family, education level, poverty, lack of opportunities, and lack of resources. And you can even think in terms of the friendship, the relatives. You can come up with n number of things, but none of them is really right. The one factor that makes the difference in the quality of life between people is the choice, that is the choice of individual. The universe is ever ready and it is ever expecting you to aspire high so that it can respond to it with necessary resources for you to achieve what you want. Now, when that being the case, why is that we are not able to aspire high? Vast majority of population in the world are unable to aspire high. They take the life as granted and they are leading a life of limitations and scarcity. Let us look at a fact. Look at a blade of grass. Did you ever have an observation how a blade of grass pushes itself from under the concrete surface or hard soil to have its experience? When the blade of grass can do that, why not we, the human being, having the infinite power within us, are not able to serve the purpose of our life? Now let's look at what are the source of light we had 150 years back when the sun sets. The source of light was either the use of oil or creating friction between two stones, isn't it? But now you can bring light at your will, at your place, instantly. How did this happen? Let us take another example. What was the source of transporting people before? How did the people travel from continent to continent 200 years back? Before Wright brothers discovered that human can also fly. So how did people like Thomas Alva Edison or Wright brothers achieve this? They had the same power which you and I have. How did they achieve that? Why nobody else could have that idea? Or why nobody else could try that? There is a reason. If you look at how Thomas Alva Edison or Wright brothers had made that great contribution to the universe, is because they knew the power that human beings have. They knew the power within. They exploited it. They unleashed it. They strategized it. And they harmonized their dream and desires with laws of universe. Like for example, Thomas Alva Edison, he kept trying. 999 times he tried and he couldn't succeed. When people were talking about his failure 999 times, Thomas Alva Edison said, "No, I didn't fail. I learned. I learned how the bulb will not be lit. But in the 1000th time, I learned how the bulb can be lit." So that is an attitude. That is a frame of mind with which he approached his work, and the determination with which he approached his work, he finally succeeded. He made a huge contribution to the universe and he lit the entire universe. Is there anyone today in the globe who is not standing benefited from Thomas Alva Edison's work? So you could be really wondering how it could be the choice of individual. Yes, it is the choice of individual and nothing else. The rich people choose to be rich and become so. The resource poor people choose to be resource poor and become so. How is that? Yes, the rich people, they have an awareness. They have an awareness of the inner power that they have, and they know how to exploit it. They know how to unleash it. They know how to plan their life. They plan their life, they strategize their life, and they develop a long-term, short-term, medium-term plan, and they do all of this by exploiting the power that they have within. And second thing is, they are also aware of the 12 basic laws of universe which govern their results. So they are able to harmonize their life with both their aspiration as well as the 12 basic laws of universe. That is how they succeed. They succeed with anything they want. And they are disciplined in their life. And they are exploiting the power that they have. Now, if you look at the resource poor people, they don't have this awareness. They are not able to understand that they can change their situation. They take the life as granted. So what they do is, they are falling a prey to the reality surrounding them. Now the next question is, why they are not aware? We need to understand certain things very clearly. Our life is in fact grossly influenced by our subconscious mind. there is a strong connection between our subconscious mind and the life that we lead. In the case of resource rich people, the pattern of their life conditions them to continue the same life of abundance. For example, if you are leading a life of abundance in every aspect, whether it is education or money or wealth or business, relationship, if you are leading a life of abundance, this becomes a pattern, and your subconscious mind understands that this is what your life is and this is what you deserve. So accordingly, subconscious mind constantly exposes you to this reality, and this reality reinforces your self-belief, and you end up taking the same path. Now on the contrary, let us take the resource poor people, or the people with limited knowledge, or people with limited spiritual strength, or the people with limited education qualification. What happens in their case is, because of the historic pattern of life which gets recorded in their subconscious mind, the subconscious mind exposes them to only such a life. Therefore, they end up taking the known path, because they do not know that they can change the subconscious mind. They do not know that they can change their life. They do not have an aspiration, because they think the life that they are leading is what is granted to them. Whereas if they become aware of the power within, if they become aware of the laws of universe which have a role in their life, then they can easily come to a determination that they want to change their life for better. And when they come to a decision, such a decision that they want to change their life in terms of prosperity, money, wealth, education, knowledge, spirituality, instantly they can take the decision. And the moment when you take that kind of decision, then your subconscious mind absorbs it. And along with that kind of determination, when you walk the talk, meaning when you start putting in efforts and translating your ideas into efforts, action, then what happens is, and the result that is happening as a result of that kind of changed action gets recorded in your subconscious mind. Then that becomes the blueprint for the subconscious mind, and it gradually starts exposing you to a complete new reality. So this is how a resource poor people become so, unless they consciously alter the subconscious mind, in other words, reprogram their subconscious mind. But the moment when you reprogram your subconscious mind, then you are in the path of abundance and prosperity. So the key difference is their level of awareness about who they are, what their power is, and their original traits and values. So, what is the way forward? How resource poor people can become resource rich? How people with limited knowledge can have greater knowledge? How people with limited aspiration can have greater aspiration? So this is exactly what we need to be thinking about. As we discussed before, a key factor in the success of a person is aspiration. People who have high level of awareness, self-awareness, have high level of aspiration, and they are able to achieve anything they want. People who have very limited or low level of aspiration they do not have an awareness that they can change their life, that they can make a quantum jump in their quality of life. Because of the lack of awareness, they are unable to do it. Now, from this program, we can easily learn how we can make a quantum jump in the quality of our life. The most important thing a person needs to do to improve the quality of life is to develop desire. That is the step number one. People need to have developed desire. If people think that the kind of life of limitations and scarcity that they are leading is enough for them through their life, that is one way of thinking. But what is the other way of thinking? No, I am sorry. This life is not enough for me. I would like to have more information. I would like to have more money. I would like to have a better relationship. I would like to have more wealth. And I would like to have greater happiness. I would like to have greater peace. So if this is the level of aspiration, if people can develop and translate these aspirations into a very strong, deep down desire in your system, that is the starting point of your success. But then the problem is, as we said before, if your life has been a different way of life, the life with limitations and scarcity, now suddenly you are aspiring for a quantum jump, aspiring high. We said before, your subconscious mind will pull you down due to the gravitational force. It will pull you down because it is not consistent with the life that you have been leading so far. That is the way it understands. So it doesn't allow you to entertain those thoughts and it pulls you back. So what you need to do is, at that time you need to determine, you can say to yourself, thank you so much. Yes, what you say is true. That has been our life, but from today I am changing. Start rewriting your subconscious mind. There are a number of techniques available for changing your subconscious mind. There are techniques like creative visualization and quantum jumping. This program will teach you on that. So through these techniques, you can rewrite your subconscious mind and then have great aspirations and direct your life based on such aspiration. The fact that you have been directed to the site, once again, I wish to reiterate that this is a signal for you from the universe that a greater life is in store for you and you can plan for it. Now, what you need to do is just reflect on the information contained in this program and identify and associate the information with your own life. Reflect on, make determination whether you want to change. Once you make determination that you want to change, then our responsibility is to empower you with complete package of information that creates huge fire in you, huge aspiration and great confidence that your life can be completely different. Our information, our program, which is called CALM, Creating Awareness for Life Mastery, is very highly powerful, inspirational and motivating. And the very information will sound more logical to you. We will provide not only the package of information which is powerful and inspiring, we will also provide techniques as to how you bring about change within. Bringing about change within is the management of mind, the management of both the reasoning mind as well as subconscious mind, as well as intuitive mind. And once you are able to use these techniques to manage yourself, not only managing the mind, but managing your spirit as well. Because it is the spirit which is providing silent directions to you. And the more you learn to nurture your soul, the more you learn how to open your intuitive mind, how to remain engaged with intuitive mind, how to take lessons from the intuitive mind, how to take advice from the intuitive mind, the more you will experience the power that you have, and the more you will have ideas and strategies how to shape and reshape your life. So once you determine, join us, and our responsibility starts then to work with you to see that you quickly start leading the life of abundance. Broadly speaking, a list of topics that we will cover in our program. Our program, which is highly powerful and inspirational, is based on the decades of research on the human behavior science conducted by global thinkers, psychologists, and metaphysicists, and international personality development institutions and spiritual leaders. And our program has a combination of issues that we deal with. Some of the broad topics that we include in our program, starting from discovering yourself, discovering your true self, and the power within, and how to unleash that power. And we are also dealing with 12 laws of universe which govern your life, and how to harmonize. Out of the 12 laws of universe, we focus on law of attraction, which is working in a great way in human life. So we help you with techniques on how to attract law of attraction rapidly. And we also deal with self-management, managing emotions, managing distress. So range of topics which are absolutely essential for a person to succeed, we are covering in our program. Come along, join our program. You can see for yourself how powerful it is. You can, sooner than starting, you will start realizing the kind of changes it is bringing about within you, and the kind of changes it is bringing about in your life sooner than later. And thank you. We are keenly awaiting your participation in our program. Have a great day. Have a great life. Believing in you.